Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the leveling series for hardcore. And as you can already tell right off the bat, I don't have a hunter anymore. And that's because, unfortunately, I had perished at the very beginning of my recording. Now, of course, I was in the building, I was fine, I was doing good. I was selling off stuff, getting quests ready, I was getting all my stuff prepared. Everything was getting sorted out. But while I was fighting the Watchers, as they were two levels above me, obviously, untauntable and unpoisonable, I was fighting them as best I can. So, during that whole thing, a lot of IRL stuff started happening around me, and people kept bothering me. And unfortunately, it distracted me enough to where I was not paying fully attention. And during my kiting, I failed to hit a daze off with a concussive shot, and unceremoniously, I got crit. I had 30 HP left, and the Watcher critted me for 44 damage, and it's nothing I could have done. Other than take a potion. Obviously, I could have taken the potion, but unfortunately, not possible. But we still have our warrior, so we're definitely going to continue our warrior, and I will make a video of just doing a fresh new start on Alliance, so that I have an Alliance game going. So that will definitely be on the board to do, because I want to have a Horde leveling series go up, and I want a Alliance series to go up, because since I can play both. Now, I am going to probably do some Twitch live streams, and I will try to make a video promoting my Twitch and other types of stuff, just so that viewers can see where I'm also going to be doing. I'm going to be also recording those streams on Twitch, and I will be posting them as VODs on this channel. So that will definitely be a thing. I'm also getting set up to have a PNG tuber stuff, so people can see at least a face that represents me. It's gonna be small, and it's just gonna be based off of my fiery passion for gaming and stuff. So it's not gonna be too extravagant. It's not gonna be too big. Obviously, I don't have a budget for it yet, but I am hoping that eventually I will, and I'm hoping to gain success where I can, and hopefully catapult with it, because I have an idea of doing VTubing eventually, like proper VTubing eventually, when I have the time, the money, and obviously the audience for it. So those are my big priorities right now with what I want to do with my stuff. So yes, stay tuned for that. And when I'm on Twitch, I will be doing the PNG tubing stuff on here. You'll see it through the VODs. But during my normal uploads on here, I'll figure out how I can set it up the way that I want to, specifically for my recordings and things. Because I want to treat them as something a little bit different, since I can't edit the videos yet. I want to make it editor friendly, so that when I do have editors and stuff like that editing my videos on this channel, it'll be easier for them to use. But as it stands and as it sits right now, I only have the troll. So this will be a troll leveling series episode, and we'll make a separate episode specifically for the Alliance level. Primarily because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to do another dwarf, if I want to do gnome, if I want to do human or night elf. I don't know yet. So it's obviously in the plans right now. I'm working on it in my spare time while I'm not doing this and other things. So yes, let's just jump right in, and we'll continue our questing, and hopefully my troll won't die, knock on wood, obviously. I don't want to have two series just go down the drain like this. I mean, So it's definitely gonna be something that I'm definitely going to try and be a little bit more careful with, extra careful now, because I don't want to have another series flat out end in one go like that, because it's a bit of a disappointment for me to hand off to you guys like that, because I feel like I put a lot of work. Obviously, there's a couple days, a couple weeks that I've spent on both already, and I don't want to just have it all end unceremoniously, unexpected, too fast. Obviously, it's not too hard to catch back up if I really try very hard to do everything in one go. Obviously, easy for me to do. But at the same time, I don't want to do this. Siphius, whatever the guy's name that pushes the damn rock up the hill, and he gets nowhere because it's a round stone and it doesn't stay at the peak. You know, and so I obviously don't want to spoil my mood, because I really enjoy this game. I love Classic. Classic is one of the best things. It gives me the most nostalgia because I still remember playing this game when I was 7, 8 years old, starting out here in Silver Pine, Tirisfal Glades, and eventually into Mulgore, because I started out as an undead warrior, and then I went to a Tauren druid, and I leveled my Tauren druid the most, and I had the most fun. Got into TBC, had more fun that way. Went to Wrath, I had a blast. Cataclysm, I felt indifferent because it was 2011, 2012, and I was still doing my school stuff, so obviously, school ended up becoming more and more a priority because my family wanted me to game less and study more, which I didn't do. But I think if I had recording software available then, I probably would be making videos back in the day up to now. But obviously I'm a little late to the start because I didn't have the brain cells to think that I could record my own videos myself and to push myself to do stuff like that. I didn't have the thought to do that, which I think is dumb, because I really do have the mindset of wanting to go back in time and kind of like knocking myself in the back of the head, like, you dummy, you could do it, you're just too dummy to think about it, you know. And I think a lot of things in my life knock me down because I've pushed people up at the cost of pushing myself down. But I would also be in the mind to just go back in time to push myself up more and more versus, the other way around. Of course, all this stuff's in the past now. What's done is done. Can't go back, can't change it. Can ask to change it, but you can't really change it. So now I'm stepping up and doing what needs to be done, and in hopes that I can change myself by the years as I do this, and hope that I can garner, a bit of stuff, a bit of stuff as in self-confidence, primarily, just confidence, because I lack a lot of confidence in myself. It's hard to believe, but I do. I mask it pretty well, but every human has faults, and I certainly have faults. So I can discuss more later, at a later time and stuff. But right now, we're just going to be focusing on leveling, killing the time, talking about whatever, and try to farm copper, as much copper as I can, as much tin as I can, to really press down on the bronze production. I don't have a whole lot of bronze. I don't have a whole lot of tin. I can get enough copper. It's just tin is kind of it's on the back. It's on the back burner right now. I think. So that's just how things are. I obviously definitely want to try and get myself into a wailing caverns group because I definitely want to get that done. I'm almost level 20, and I think I'll complete the quests that I have right here, like the bristleback, quillbore, Harazul's head, Serena's head. If I can try to get a group for Serena's head, I'll get a group for Serena's head. Because this axe is actually pretty good. The elegant short sword is nice too, but it's pretty much my dagger. It's literally the same stats. But I do want to try and get this axe because it is slightly better than what I have now. Slightly, not a whole lot, but slightly. As you can see, it's the same stats, but it does a little bit more damage per second. And it's slower. So obviously that does kind of balance it out. Slower weapons means more damage for warriors. So obviously it is something that's a priority. These are elite. I know it doesn't say they're elite quests, but they are definitely elite quests. I will try to get the Trog brew because that's tanking brew, and tanking brew does a lot of wonders. I do want to get this quest done too, the egg hunt quest, but I have a feeling the Silithid there is going to rock my world at this level. So we definitely don't want to, ruin my chances for stuff. Ruin my chances of leveling, because like I said, I already have my alliance squandered. There won't be any episodes. I was gonna post the episode of my character's death, but it's less than 10 minutes long, and most of the video is muted because of all the background stuff. So it's primarily a silent video, including a death. And if I could edit, I would make it the most dramatic video, but I can't. So unfortunately, I don't have footage. I mean, I do have the footage. It's in the files, but it's nothing that I could deem as good quality to throw up online. At least not yet. At least not yet. Or ever. So yeah, that's that whole mess. And so now we're gonna cling on to the Horde until I can get an Alliance tune back up and running. I don't know yet what I want to do. I'm leaning on Priest, but I'm also leaning on Rogue. Because I think Rogue would be a pretty fun route. I mean, my dad, when me and my dad started playing this game together, my dad played a rogue, an undead rogue. My uncle played a undead warrior, eventually into a troll mage, and I played a tauren druid. So we were kind of set out like that. So that is definitely something that I wish I could have back. Honestly, I would love it though with my dad and my uncle again with this game. We had a good deal of fun. We met two new people. We met, let's see, an undead warlock named Madam Deadly, and an orc warrior. I forgot his name. They were husband and wife, IRL. So we had fun with them. We could say it was a full group of 5. They played the game more serious than us, I admit. My dad only got up to level 42, I think. I made it to 60. My uncle made it to 60. But my dad was more or less an explorer type, fishing, working on professions more than leveling. Mostly because he was socially awkward. My dad doesn't like to admit it, and I'm gonna call him out. But he's very fragile when it comes to communicating with other players. I know that's not something you should say about your dad or about any relative, but unfortunately, it's the truth. As much as I don't like to say, my dad's my hero. You know, my dad raised me to be as proper as as I can be, as nice, to be a gentleman, be everything that is nice, to be the person that everybody wants to be around. But my dad was doing that because he couldn't. He wanted me to do things that he couldn't do, basically. And to call him out like this is pretty bad. But he never talks about it, but I can pick up on it. But when he played WoW, he tried to talk for a little bit. He talked for a few times, and he made friends, but he was still so afraid, you know. And when I started playing, that was my dad's first thing, was don't talk to anybody. Don't talk to anybody. If they specifically talk about you, you answer back as polite as you can, or as, you know, a way that you feel should be response. And that's how it was. And I was afraid to talk to people for a long time playing the game. My guild that I was with told me to heal, I healed. You know, I talked when I needed to. We did raids and stuff like that. We didn't have a vent. We didn't even have a microphone. So they basically had me get headphones and listen into conversations, and I would type in what needed to be typed. You know, it was a barrier of communicational issues that we had and stuff like that, and it was like that for a long while until I got my own version of the game back in Cataclysm, because we shared accounts, and this time I didn't. I tried to do my own thing, you know, because being hooked to your dad isn't a bad thing, but you know, when you're trying to do your own stuff and having your dad constantly like watch how you play the game and what you do, it does kind of get a little embarrassing and a little you don't want to have him, you don't want your dad to ask questions about how late you stay up and what groups you're in and what guilds you are doing and stuff. You know, it's one of those embarrassing moments and awkward moments that that you don't want to have. You know, it's it's nothing to be ashamed of, but I'm sure there's a few people out here that feel that way too. It's just yeah, it's one of those ordeals where you kind of want to, you know, do your own thing, but you're afraid that your family's going to disagree. Because I used to play this game very late on school nights. You know, on school nights I would be up till like 1 o'clock in the morning playing this game because I just slept through class, and my grades kind of tanked to a C, and I stayed at a C because I was obviously working hard enough, despite, you know, despite working on the game so late. Obviously, it calls into question, like, am I going to take my stuff seriously? And if I knew about recording videos, and if I knew about how to edit then, and if I could go back and just convince myself to get certain things to follow and do, you know, work like this after school, after homework, because I'd finish everything in one go when I got home. Like, I as soon as I got home, I was already on it. I was already doing, like, my raids, healing. I was doing this, I was doing that, I was doing anything and everything else after when I got home, because I finished all my work in class. It just, it didn't, I had a lot of free time, and all that time that I spent, instead of like committing to making videos and stuff, because I didn't think about it then, you know. If I had known then that I know now, I probably would be set right now. Maybe. Well, obviously, because between 2000 and, you know, 7, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, all the way up to 2023, you know, there is that chance. So, yeah. It's just, yeah. It's, obviously one of those things where I kind of just wish that, yeah. I just feel like there was a lot of opportunity that was there that I could have done and just didn't do, because I didn't think about it. And this is where I kind of feel the need to say that I'm a big dummy. I'm a big dumb person. And despite, you know, promoting other people and telling myself that I'm going to push myself harder to do this, saying that I'm pretty dummy is pretty accurate. Because, I could have done it, but I didn't think about it. So clearly it wasn't in my mind, because I was too dumb to think that I could do something with this. And I didn't have, you know, a microphone. If I had started recording then up to now, half my videos would probably have no sound other than the game sound, because I didn't have a microphone. Communication would probably be next to zero. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, so, yeah. Just how things work nowadays, I guess. Then versus now. Frankly speaking, now I'm confident enough to do this. Maybe at least this, you know. Um, so you know, it's one of those moments now where I kind of look back and realize how dumb I am to think that I can't do something like this, and now I'm doing it. It just seems so, I don't know. I just started. I had a few runs, a few losses. I'm still running though. You know, despite everything, I'm stubborn enough to keep going. You know, and yeah, I shouldn't really pay any mind to any of the issues and the doubt that I may have. You know, because it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help me in the long run. So, yeah, I mean, it's it's something that I shouldn't have worried about, but I did. And I mostly blame myself for that, obviously now, and realize, you know, it's not as bad as I originally thought. So, but hey, we're here now. We're going to do it. We're going to keep running until we get success. Hopefully, achieve success. So, yeah, we're here now. We're gonna do it. So, no use trying to worry about it. A lot of groups looking for wailing caverns at level 20 plus. Oof. I guess they're not going to take chances. So, yeah. Here we go. Right? Here we go. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to do the Spirits of Stone Talon. I know I have a few quests to go to Stone Talon, so I guess I'll bite the bullet and go to Stone Talon. I'd really rather not. I have more than enough quests here that hold me over to avoid Stone Talon. But I'll grab the quest anyway, just to get it started. So, I guess it's also a change of pace too. I guess they added this in because I guess people would get sick and tired of looking at the Barrens. Understandably so. I don't want to sit and look at the Barrens all day either. So, well, we will definitely keep it in consideration. So yeah. Yeah. Definitely going to, try and get some stuff done. I might do this for an hour and a half today, or an hour, and then just have it posted up. I might do some extra stuff for the next video and have it posted up tomorrow or today, depending on if it gets uploaded faster or not. But yeah. Okay, we're gonna head up this way, just because this is the gate out, and it leads all the way out here to, well, if I can get it right on there. It sends us out right here, and we can just climb around, go up, and get this quest done a little faster. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that, and, yeah. Get this manual quest done, and it looks like I got another quest here. Oh yeah, the Kodo liver. I guess I can grab the Kodo liver on the way. Pretty sure the Kodos up here are pretty low level, at any rate. So, yeah. At least I think they're low rate. Not entirely sure. Not entirely positive on that. It's a plausibility, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and do that. While doing that, I guess we can come over here, grab the Kodo liver, come over here, ask to see if anybody has this quest to do the quest, or look down here in the Barrens chat and see if anybody's actually attempting to do it. I haven't seen too many people actually, you know, put it up that they want to do that quest, which makes me think nobody wants to fight an elite like that and risk it, which understandable. I wouldn't want to risk it either, but the axe is almost too good to pass up. Just it's way too good to pass up, in my opinion, but we'll see. Also, bit bad news on my side too. My headset that I use a lot finally gave up. One side gave out, and I'm pretty sure the other side's gonna follow suit. So, I'm using another headset that's not good either, but it's got only one side that works right, which is the side that I would prefer to have my sound on, which is on the left side. Now the headset that I usually gave out on the left side, only on the right side does it still work, but I have half hearing, and my worst hearing is actually on my left side. My right side has great hearing, and my right side is usually aiming towards my door in my room. So if people come in, I can actually hear them come in now instead of having a surround sound system. So hopefully my new headset comes in so I can just kind of ignore the outside world. At least for a little while. So, but I will be able to catch any interruptions and stuff, because I know there's some background noise that does come in when people open up my door, and I want to kind of like make sure I'm on the ball to catch that. But yeah, I know it's kind of weird that I would prefer sound on my bad ear versus my good ear, and believe me, thinking about it and saying out loud does sound kind of strange. I would prefer to, you know, use my weaker ear for all my sound, but it's something that is sort of my, I don't know, it's an irritation. Like, my better ear provides the greatest amount of sound, but it's also very sensitive to tones. So if I can only hear it in that one side and my, other side's completely, like, messed up, not working right, it just ends up making me feel this like sharp tinge of sound in my ear that makes it very uncomfortable, makes me kind of restless. So I do have that tonal issue in my other ear, my bad ear, but because this person's looking for blood feather. So we'll go ahead and see if we can't help him out with that. We'll go ahead and head over that direction. So, yeah, we can take a quick break from this area, because there's a shaman up here that's probably doing the same quest, and me taking away, yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna let these guys know that she's an elite mob. And obviously, I can withstand most of the damage, but I want to make sure that they can heal, because I'm not gonna put my life on the line like that. Alright. Alright. Oh. Better to have a few heals than no heals. I know shaman don't have a whole lot of mana, and they don't normally get a lot of mana until a little later in their level. Like, what, 30? I think it's 30 or 32 they get Mana Spring Totem. If they follow their restoration tree. Which I'm pretty sure he's not. I'm pretty sure he's elemental. If anything, he might be elemental. Most leveling shamans are either elemental or enhancement. So, yeah. We'll see what we can do here. Obviously, it won't be too hard. I think 3 of us can take her. But the thing is that she's a level 20 mob, I think, or 22 mob, something like that. And it's better to definitely have the help. I won't say that you can solo her, but if the elite up here is actually just a rare mob, then I'll take it as an elite mob. But We'll see. Obviously, we do have enough now. You know, a level 19, 3 level 18s. May as well make it easy. True. It's easier to make it easy than harder on us. And we should have enough brute power to just power her down. If she's not an elite, like they think she's not an elite, which I'm pretty sure she's an elite, it shouldn't be too difficult. No. Not at all. Besides, I would have taken a group anyway up here. Mainly because the rare could be up. That's one issue. Two, my level would probably be difficult if, you know, the two people here who are probably friends are level 15 and 16, and they're coming up here and they're trying to fight level 17 and 18 mobs. Most chances than none, they won't make it. Believe me, even I had trouble. You can tell from my old videos, from my previous videos, you know. Coming up here is like me leaving after combat with only half health. Like, I did not have enough health to really chain the mobs like I really wanted to. So that's something to keep and bear in mind when it comes down to trying to handle the harpies up here. Harpies are very hard to deal with. At first you may think that they're not that hard to deal with, but after fighting them a while and actually trying to slowly prune out the area by yourself, it does tend to cause some issues when everything starts respawning it just as fast as you are killing them, because, you know, the spawn rates, they suck. They're fast, you know. Things die and they come back like 2-3 minutes later, you know. It's just how things are. Like I said, you know, this area, I'd take a group in. Even if I was doing the starting area quest, like the starter quests that are just only out here on the outside parts, like they're level 14, 13s, 12s, rarely. But those can be easily soloed, but I'd still take a group because of the respawns. The respawn rates being so, you know, short now. Even these honorary plane striders could easily pick the warlock off. If the warlock's voidwalker, you know, steals aggro. Doesn't steal aggro. Like I said, it's just better to have a group, safe than sorry, and kind of crack on like that. And also, could be fun. Pretty sure the Tauren is going to be arms. Yeah. And this Tauren, I believe is a Tauren. May not be a Tauren. Don't know. Could not. As you can see, they get higher level, like over here, 17, 16. Further you go in, the higher it's going to get. And it's better to be safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. I wouldn't have done this quest anyway unless I had a group. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I had to be recording. You know, I was like, I wasn't gonna freaking do this by myself. Forget that. You know, I wouldn't. Just not something I want to do. I'll go ahead and get into a defensive stance just in case. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, thank God. But everybody here probably needs this quest. So it's better to, yeah. Uh-oh. peasy. Now, if that rears, rears its head, I'll take her. If everybody in the group wants to chill out. Easy, easy. Alright. Okay. True. I was gonna get her. I was hyped. I was gonna get her. Too bad we didn't see the elite. True. I was gonna get her. Like, screw that. I'm gonna go in on it. Go hard on it. Stay safe out here, folks. Skadoosh. Oh, thank God for fortitude, because that's gonna probably not help me by the time I get over to where I need to be again. Because run speed is very, very slow. Oh well. I will say, these wireless headphones that I'm using right now feels freeing because I can move my arms around without restriction because my other headphones were wired. Obviously, I bought another pair of the same headset that I had before because I like it. I like the surround sound. Despite it having wires, you know, it was a plus. Oof. My gosh. Let's go ahead and switch back to our sword and board. Switch out our sword and board for our two-hander. And push back into our battle stance. Use battle shout. Demoralizing shout. Overpower. Boom, bada, boom. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Skadoosh. Easy pickings for a mob that just decided that it was going to attack me for no reason. Oh yeah. Easy. Alright, let's go ahead and get back over. We're going to kill Kodos on the way back if I see any Kodos. And, definitely, see about hitting the next level. Seems like fun. Seems like fun. Oop, silver. Definitely gonna grab those because silver keys. Keys. Since we're going to be going into wailing caverns and eventually going into, you know, other types of dungeons, there's going to be chests there that are locked. I know that for a fact. And if there is no rogues in our group, and what you know, there's no rogues in our group, it'd be handy to have a key. That's 2 keys, right? We have 2 silver. So 2, 4, 6. We'll have 6 keys. We don't have an enchanter, and I don't have a friend who's an enchanter, so obviously not going to be useful at all. Yeah. Yeah. We're working on it, guys. We're working on it. Working on it very slow, very steady. Hopefully we won't run into too many issues on the way there. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this Kodo. Hopefully it drops a liver so I don't have to keep hunting them down because I don't pay attention to the Kodos in this area because they're not hostile enough for me to really pay attention to. Yeah. I do want to work on getting counterattack, but that only comes after I think this Hezrul Hezrol's Head. I think after Hezrol's Head quest, it'll go into the counterattack, which is definitely going. I would prefer a group of 5 people, and hopefully one of those people are a healing class, because it will definitely be a bit of a pain in the butt to try to, yeah, survive. Yeah, like that guy said, make sure you clear the area. Make sure the area is clear before starting that, because it can get a little too much. Especially if you're trying to do it by yourself. I mean, it is soloable. You can do it by yourself or with one other person. I would rather prefer a group. Especially if you're doing hardcore, like we're doing now. It's better not to take risks or chances that could get, well, complicated. It definitely, if it gets too complicated, then yeah, it's just one of those moments where if you die, you just kind of feel dumb, because it's like, man, I could have had a group that could have kept me alive, or at least done enough damage to where I didn't need to heal as often. Definitely not a great feeling in the world to experience a failure like that. Seems like they're looking for a lot of tanks in Wailing Caverns, and I would definitely whisper them to do that stuff, but at level 20 I get Cleave. And I'd probably feel a little bit more comfortable having Cleave. I wish Cleave definitely did a little bit of threat, though. Unfortunately, Cleave does not do threat. But I'm thinking because the increased threat generation of defensive stance might be enough to hold threat. I think it only cleaves up to 3 targets, though. So clearly, it's not meant to do big pulls, which you shouldn't be doing big pulls anyway in Classic, because that is already in itself a big conundrum. That I will say is a big conundrum if you pull too much and your healer runs out of mana during that pull, because you take too much damage. It definitely makes for a rough time. So do be careful when you do tanking in Classic, because it will definitely do no good if you pull too much. Now, normally in normal Classic and stuff like that, I say test your limits. But in hardcore, I'll never say that. I will say always be safe than sorry, my friends. Make sure you know you can do it before doing it, because that only causes a lot of issues, a lot of complications, and a lot of problems for everybody involved in the group. So yes, do be careful. Like this, I'm kiting. I'm hoping to get the Enforcer off, or at least have somebody take it off me. Which, you know, somebody did. That's good. I'll help kill it because he took the threat. It's better to help out your saviors. So, looks like we got a couple people up here. I'll go ahead and help this person. One swipe better than no swipe. Go ahead and step in here and test my luck a little bit. Go ahead, battle shout. Demoralizing shout. Obviously I do more damage to the Overseer than he does to me by default. As you can tell, armor does matter. Since I've been making stuff that has more armor than stats, it definitely does reduce the damage I'm taking. Not a significant amount, but a decent amount. I think that's a rogue quest, I think for poisons. Maybe? It's been a while. I'm going to be probably doing an Alliance rogue, so it's not something that I'm going to probably find out anyway. Go ahead and do this. Bloodlust, Blood Rage. Despite doing damage to myself, it works out. We'll go ahead and Thunderclap. Thunderclap, they reduces the time they can do damage to me. Make up for the damage that I just completely wiped away. Wiped off the health. I mean, go ahead and put a hamstring on him. Do a demoralizing shot. After we kill him, we're gonna run up here and grab this copper. Go ahead and grab the copper after we finish this guy off. And I think that's our last. No, we still need one more page. One more page, and then we'll have the manual. And then we'll head back to Orgrimmar, turn in that quest, and then probably fly, right? Just fly from Orgrimmar to Crossroads. Yeah. And then we'll see what we can do about that. I say run to Orgrimmar because my Hearthstone takes me to Undercity. I'm getting ready to do the Hillsbrad quest, basically. Because I'd rather do Hillsbrad more than all the other places around here. But I have a bad feeling about Hillsbrad, especially doing the Minor Hackett quest. In the Foreman Jones, I think. Or Foreman Bowman. Or, Bonds? Is it Foreman Bonds? I can't remember. Not off the top of my head, anyway. But, yeah, one of the two. One of the two named NPCs. In those mines, with the increased rates of increased respawn rates, yeah, it's definitely something that I'm kind of afraid to hop into. Mainly because, you know, if they respawn in while I'm trying to fight Minor Hackett and stuff like that, and Foreman Bond, it could lead to a bad time, could lead to a game over, you know. So if I have to go through Stone Talons, and then from Barrens to Stone Talons and back and forth between there, and then have to go to Desolus or whatever the next place would have me go, I will. I will. It's just a matter of, do I have the strength to do it? It says I'm looking for a cover now. Now, who has the cover? Okay, so the guy that I need to kill is in here. In the mine. Obviously, I don't like this idea, but somebody else is in here, so it might not be too bad of an idea. But as you can see, how many mobs are dead in here. Not a great feeling in a corpse. There's a copper and tin ore down this way. And the boss is over this way. Of course, he'll come this way. Fuck. I'm not. If I can risk it for the biscuit, I will. I don't like it when they, yeah, do crits on me. Not a good feeling when they do crits. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this before more respawn, because I don't think I'll make it to the back there. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the back, and I'm not gonna try it either. Maybe this hunter needs the cover. He may not. You know? It looks like he has the axe already. I don't know why he's up here. I'm gonna ask this guy if he needs help with the cover. Because it'll definitely be easier if we do it in a group. I don't want to die alone in there. I gotta go. I gotta go in too. I gotta go in too. Team up for it. I'd say if you want to team up for it. If you want to team up for it. Let's go. Let's go party. Alright. Let's try it not. Let's try not to die in there. Let's try not to die in there. I'm gonna ask him if he's in the manual quest too. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Be a little easier if we were all in a group. So. Especially with everybody like this. Let's see. Maybe I can. If I can just pull 2, that'd be fine. If I pull more than 2, complicated. Trying to edge myself. There we go. Easy peasy. I gotta fight our way back out. Just need to get out. I won't worry about that tin because it seems to be a little bit of a death trap in there. It's bait. It's bait to get me killed. It's nothing but bait. You can't bait me into dying yet, game. You already did it once before. You won't do it again. That's for sure. Go ahead and fight our way back out. Should be easy. Easy going out. At least I would think it would be easy. Ooh, that one stuck up on me. Ugh. Alright. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Alright. Let's go ahead and make this manual. And head on back. Orgrimmar. Orgrimmar we go. We still have a few quests to get done too. Only a few quests we got done today, it looks like. Could be more. But better a few than none. We're gonna hit 20 anyway. And if this is gonna be the case, then I'll probably just do Wailing Caverns next episode if I can get into a group. If not, I'll just keep pushing for quests to get done and head to Stone Talon and do all the quests that I can there. You know, obviously just to keep the flow going and not feel kind of like trapped in this hole where I need to, I have to. You know, I don't want to fall into a spiral that could drive me crazy. I do that enough. I don't need more. I don't need fuel to that fire. So, yeah, we'll probably have to worry about next episode, because I don't want to make these videos way too long. Definitely don't want to make it way too long. Just mainly because I don't want people getting bored. I know some people get bored at the sight of an hour-long video, you know, or an hour and a half long video. Just kind of makes it like, oh god, no, I don't want to sit there and, you know, bore witness to something that could bore people. You know, I don't like the idea of boring people. To bore people, I mean, not boring people, I mean getting people bored, I should say. My English is bad. It's rough. But I'm getting there. I'm getting better. Little by little. It happens. You know, it'll probably increasingly happen. Either way. But, yeah. Maybe we'll hit 20, or not. We'll probably get close. I don't think we'll make it. I have hope, but but not enough for me to sit there and go, oh yeah, totally got this. No. I do have some professional stuff to work on too. Really wish I could have got that tin, but again, it feels kind of like a trap. It feels like it's a trap. It's a trap. I ain't gonna fall for it. Not this time. Alright. So. We'll just finish this quest. Fly over to Crossroads and probably end the episode off there. Probably give me a half hour to do, depending. Like I said, don't want to make a 3-hour long video like I did with my first few videos. feel like that's probably a little too much to just have happen. And I can imagine people just fall asleep watching my video because I'm pretty sure I would too. So, yeah. We'll go ahead, come around here, and we'll go up here into the Valley of Honor and complete this quest. And I forgot what the quest gives. Oh yeah. A sword, a two-handed sword that's pretty much my two-hander. Just a little faster. Which I guess is better, but... Spirit is nice, but stamina is good too. Or the torque wrench. Which, I don't know why it gives 30 armor. That kind of confuses me a little bit. I'm sure there's a reason. But, yeah, not sure. Yeah, so, go over here, come around here. Somebody's selling the diamond hammer for 2 gold and 15 silver. Oof. Somewhat reasonable. Maybe. I definitely have the gold for it, but I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy any blues. As tempting as it is, I think blue items are just a red herring for good loot. Because, you know, trying to sell it off to people, it's definitely, people think blue is better. Playing this game for so long, that's not really the case. But yeah, we hit level 20. Woo, guys. We're making it. We're getting there. So what we're gonna do now is probably get probably improve shield block, right? No, we'll go last stand first. We'll go last stand, we'll put shield block in, and then we'll do defiance. At least a few in defiance. Just cause it's better. Last stand is good too, because it can do a lot of stuff. Let's see, find Ruga in the Camp Taranja. Ruga in Camp Taranja. Alright, simple enough. I forgot what I get from it. We're gonna do Rend. Tempted to get that. Retaliation. I think I'll hold off. Dual wield's good. Cleave is better. Disarm is good too. We'll take disarm because in classic you can disarm boss mobs. So we'll hold off on dual wield for now. For now. Until I can get stuff that's definitely better suited. AKA I need more money. Obviously you don't want to grab every little quest, every little, you know. Yeah, you know, that's a pro tip I'll give a pro tip. Don't buy all your abilities in one go. Get what you need, take what you need, buy what you need. How I play. And it is definitely, you know, most pro players of WoW, old players of WoW, veteran players will agree. Only take what you can use. This includes abilities. Because it definitely helps. It definitely helps, you know. It is, you don't want to grab everything in one go because you may think you need it, but you more than likely don't. And that it's a trap that I think Blizzard has set to where people instinctively think that, oh, they got the ability that they need, just get it. I think it's a trap. I think it's a money trap because clearly you can survive. There's even people who I know who play Warrior back during classic times that use rank 1 heroic strike still. Like, even in raids, they use rank 1 for tanking because all they ever use it for is to generate rage. They don't need it for anything else, you know. They only get it for what they need. Done dusted. Don't worry about it anymore. Not needed anymore, you know. We'll go ahead and make some skeleton keys. I think it goes straight into the key ring. No. It sits in the bag. Weird. You would think something labeled as key would act as a key. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make these into rough grinding stones because I still need rough grinding stones. And I think eventually I will need coarse. But weapons I can make right now only need the rough. Even the bronze boots need rough. So we'll make all of our rough grinding stones. So yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and end this episode off here. So thank you guys for watching this episode for today. And I'm hoping to expect you guys later. And hopefully, now that we're level 20, we can run Wailing Caverns in the next episode. Maybe, maybe not. If not, I'm going to be doing quests anyway in between while looking for groups. I'm keeping the flow going. I ain't going to be sitting still and just letting everything go around me. Ain't no way I'm going to do that. So, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Be happy as you can be, and peace out.